how the instant noodles are made every single day. Nearly 300 million packets of instant noodles are eaten around the world, and one brand stands above them all: Indomie. From Lagos to Jakarta, from Cairo to Sydney, this little packet has become a global addiction. But what's hiding behind that spicy flavor? How does a few grains of wheat become this comfort food of the century? Today, we're going inside one of the largest instant noodle factories on Earth to uncover the secrets, the science, and the staggering scale behind Indomie. Ready? Let's start at the beginning in a field of golden wheat. From wheat to perfect flour. Everything starts with a grain, but not just any grain. Indomie's story begins with hard, high-protein wheat, the foundation of every noodle strand. Before it even touches the production line, each batch is tested in the factory's internal lab. Protein levels, moisture, purity, everything must be precisely balanced. Ordinary flour won't do. What Indomie needs is a custom blend engineered to stay firm after boiling, yet soft enough to absorb flavor. Once approved, the grains travel through enormous steel silos, then down into computer-controlled mills. Here, hundreds of rotating rollers crush, grind, and sift the wheat into fine, uniform flour. Sensors constantly measure temperature and humidity, because even a tiny variation can ruin the texture later. At this stage, flour becomes more than an ingredient. It becomes a blueprint, the foundation of that signature Indomie bite. But how do you turn powder into a perfectly springy noodle? That happens in the next stage, where chemistry meets craftsmanship. The science of the perfect dough. Inside massive stainless steel mixers, the flour meets its partner's water and a pinch of alkaline salts like potassium carbonate. This is Indomie's first secret. Those alkaline compounds are what give the noodles their yellow hue, their bounce, and their resistance to sogginess. The dough must be firm yet flexible, elastic enough to stretch but not break. As the mixers churn, they mimic the rhythm of human kneading, compressing the dough under precise pressure and temperature. Within minutes, the mixture transforms from dry powder to a smooth, resilient sheet of dough. Every batch is automatically tested for texture before moving forward. And if you've ever wondered how those curly noodles get their signature waves, you're about to find out. Rolling, cutting, and steaming. The dough now enters a long corridor of giant rollers that gradually flatten it thinner and thinner until it's just a few millimeters thick. Next, it slides through wavy molds that create the familiar rippled pattern. But the waves aren't just for looks. They help each noodle absorb seasoning evenly and keep it firm even after boiling. At this point, thousands of strands roll past high-speed cameras every second. Any misshapen noodle, instantly rejected. Now, here's a twist. The noodles are not boiled. They're steamed. Why steam? Because steam cooks from within, sealing in starches and nutrients while protecting the outer structure. Each conveyor passes through a cloud chamber where noodles are steamed between 95 and 105 degrees Celsius for the perfect bite. But the real preservation magic begins in the next stage: deep frying and preservation magic. Once cooked, the noodles glide into a river of golden vegetable oil, heated up to 150 degrees Celsius. Here, they're fried just long enough to remove moisture and create a crispy outer shell. That thin oil coating acts as a natural seal, keeping air and bacteria out. It's the reason Indomie can last over a year without preservatives. Timing is everything. A few seconds too long, they burn. Too short, and the shelf life drops. Immediately after frying, cold air jets blast away excess oil. Then the noodles move into drying tunnels where moisture is reduced to a precise 3%. This is the invisible secret behind noodles that never turn mushy in hot water. But noodles alone don't make Indomie irresistible. That comes from what's waiting in the Flavor Lab. The Flavor Lab. Secrets of the seasoning. Walk into Indomie's seasoning section, and the aroma hits you first. Garlic, onion, chili, soy. Every batch is measured, blended, and tested by trained flavor technicians. Each seasoning sachet is weighed by digital sensors accurate to 0.01 grams. Even a slight difference could change the taste millions of people recognize. Here, precision meets art. Recipes are constantly adjusted for regional tastes: spicier in Nigeria, milder in Egypt, tangier in Indonesia. The ingredients are packed in tiny foil pouches that protect them from light and oxidation. Some varieties include flavored oils or chili flakes, each added automatically with laser-guided accuracy. Now that flavor meets crunch, it's time to seal it all for a journey across continents. Packaging and quality control. Every portion of Noodles and its seasoning sachet is wrapped in triple-layer packaging. The first layer, polypropylene, locks out moisture. The second, aluminum, blocks sunlight. And the third, the printed film, gives it strength and design. This clever engineering gives Indomie a shelf life of over 12 months, even in tropical climates. Before leaving the production floor, each packet passes through laser inspection machines that scan for weight, shape, and seal integrity. Any defect automatically ejected. Finally, the noodles are boxed, stacked, and shipped to warehouses around the world, beginning their journey to over 100 countries. But Indomie isn't just a product, it's an economic and cultural phenomenon. The Indomie phenomenon. Every year, Indomie's factories produce more than 15 billion packets. That's nearly 2 packets for every person on the planet. In Nigeria, local factories alone make over 4.5 billion packs, enough to feed an entire nation weekly. In Egypt, Indomie's affordability has turned it into a staple for students and families alike. Globally, instant noodle sales surpass 290 million packets a day, and Indomie holds the largest market share. But beyond the numbers lies something deeper. In times of crisis, from pandemics to natural disasters, instant noodles became a symbol of food security. Lightweight, non-perishable, instantly satisfying. It's more than fast food, it's a modern survival tool. And somehow, Indomie managed to make it delicious. From humble wheat fields to billion-dollar production lines, Indomie has woven itself into the rhythm of modern life. A story of science, strategy, and irresistible flavor. Behind every packet of Indomie is an orchestra of machines, workers, and engineers, all working to bring comfort to millions. If you enjoyed this journey, show your support. Subscribe, like, and share this video to help us keep uncovering the hidden worlds behind everyday things. Thanks for watching. And remember, even the simplest meal can tell an extraordinary story. I'm the factory line. And this is how instant noodles are made.